Hi guys. So I was thinking of doing a little vlog in a day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go wash my hair, do the whole setup with camera, microphone, just so much work. And I'm like, you know what, I'll just do it in a moment. I watched It Split's vlog just now, and it was really nice and kind of casual and really relaxed, and I was like, I'm gonna do the same thing. So here we are. So in one of our bathrooms we put this privacy sticker on the window, and it's rainbow. Our bathroom gets these incredible rainbows. It's a real pleasure taking a shower here in the afternoon because you're like, rainbow. I haven't done the actual vlog about my life in so long. I feel like it's usually always, again, not scripted, but like, breakdown of exactly what I want to talk about, so I don't ramble a lot. I guess the main thing right now is that I have traveled to Russia, and I'll just say it like this. I've kept it silent because I know how much people don't want anybody who's Russian to enjoy themselves in any shape or form right now. And it's kind of, I don't want anybody to ruin my time. I didn't want anybody to ruin my time there in Russia while I was visiting, and I just know somebody's gonna say bad things, and it's not gonna be one person, it's gonna be a mob of people. So the bottom line is, we were planning on traveling to Mexico in January as a family vacation, but then we heard really bad stories. So we decided to skip that for now, and I was like, maybe I should just go visit my family instead. Because visa situation is almost impossible to do right now for both Russian citizens to come to United States, or United States citizens to travel to Russia are virtually impossible. All the ways are blocked and closed off and not available to receive visas. We're trying to find ways, but it's very hard. So Darryl and Mila cannot come with me, nor can my family come here anymore, for now at least. But I do have passport for both Russia and the United States, so I can travel back and forth without any visas. So that's what I thought. I'm like, maybe I should just go. And my husband's like, you should go. And I'm like, okay, but like, it's a long trip, so I would have to be gone for like at least 2 weeks. He's like, that's okay. I'm like, you gonna stay here with Mila the whole time? He's like, yeah, of course, we'll be fine. I'm like, okay. And my wheels started turning, and I started looking at all the little flights and stuff, and I kept thinking maybe I should go to like in a few months or so, and that was like mid-December. Actually, I had recorded a video, my New Year's video, where I talked about possibly going to Russia. And so after that, I started heavily thinking about going to Russia, like literally a day after. It was the funniest thing, I swear. So I started looking up all the tickets, and I'm like, okay, well, I might as well go for New Year's, because Russia during New Year's is awesome because they celebrate it all out. I mean, like, big celebration. It's like Christmas, New Year's, everything put together, just big celebration. So I'm like, I haven't had an experience of having a New Year's celebration since I was 18 in Russia. So I've never traveled there during winter, and I was like, I should go during New Year's. And most of my family would have a vacation time, so most of Russian people have a very long winter break. Even the people who work, those are all covered through the policies of government. So basically most of Russia is off for like 7 days just because everybody's celebrating New Year's heavily. So I'm like, that would be great because everybody's gonna be home, and I can actually like talk to people and go visit everybody. With the speed of light, I got tickets. Literally, I booked my tickets like December 26th, and then I left on like 29th. So it was a crazy turnaround because I had to record a few videos in a row right away and edit them as quickly as I could, buy all the little travel gadgets that I needed, like a new neck pillow and stuff. So it was a crazy turnaround of events, but I'm so happy I got to experience that. So I literally arrived on the 30th of December there, and like half of Russia was off already, so it was like already in the New Year's celebration kind of mode. And then literally the next day was New Year's Day, so it was really fun. Then the next couple of weeks I got to see all of my family, all of my immediate family, my distant families, and people came from very far away, and it was really awesome. I was really happy to see everybody, all of my friends, my childhood friends and my girlfriends. So it was really happy time for me. So yeah, that's why I got to record some videos with my sister. We had a few, well, a couple each, so we'll have more coming out from time to time. So that was really exciting as well. And so I ended up being in Russia for like 20 days. That was my trip. So I had to fly to Sacramento to LAX to Los Angeles. Then from Los Angeles, I traveled a 14-hour flight to Turkey. And then from Turkey, it was a 4-hour flight to Moscow. And then from Moscow, I traveled back to my town for about 5 to 7 hours or so. I don't remember that part anymore. That's when my consciousness just lost it. I was like, where am I? What am I doing? What's happening? I swear. But yeah, but surprisingly, I did great with the jet lag. It wasn't that bad. I thought it would have been much worse, but it was really nice. I'm super animated because I was really excited to really go.
Я тебя неожиданно... Наша елочка, прекрасная елочка, вкуснятина. А это такой вид. Там дым идет.
Ну что, провожаем старый год.
Saying goodbye.
Первый не стал Маша.
А мы не выпивали, Это прям апокалипсис. Ням-ням. Так, бабушка делает блины. Тут у нас картошка жареная. Тут мы у бабушки Нины. Кыска пустили. Кыска, ты не шутишь?
Да, надо его догнать. Кто же такой? Это Машенька.
We are walking in the frost to the store. All along the road here. Because we missed our bus. They put the old fur coat on me. So now I look like a big Russian bear. Okay, bye-bye.
Hello. This is my sister.
This is my sister.
Her name is Оля. Ольга. Оля. Masha. Maria. Same thing. It's nighttime. Goodbye.
So during that time, Darryl was here with Mila. They had terrible storms in here. We had, I might show it to you even.
That this fence fell down. Literally, because of all the winds, it literally snapped and just fell. So a few of our neighbors are
Getting together funds to replace it, basically. Darryl had to put everything down on the ground because we literally had a video of the chair rolling like this. And I mean, these chairs are like 200 pounds. It got lifted off and just went away. It was crazy. Like they almost had like pre-tornado or something. It was really terrifying. I did, of course, miss everybody terribly here. Darryl, Mila, everybody really. But it was worth it. It was the first time that I was away from Mila for more than like a day. I had one trip before when I actually left to go meet my mom in San Francisco, and that was this year as well. So that was the only time that I've actually left her overnight without me. And it was so, it was nerve-wracking first, but then, they were doing great without me. Fine. But for me, honestly, it was kind of a little vacation because, no responsibilities. I had no schedules, so I had nothing really to do besides just enjoy myself and enjoy my family. So that was quite nice. So during that whole time, I was eating so much because all of the food is incredible. Everything's so tasty, and I really miss Russian cuisine, because because of course everything tastes amazing. You know, your home, your mom's cooking, you know, has a certain flavor that is different from everybody else. So plus Russian desserts are incredible. Again, I'm not going to talk about political aspects if that's okay, just because there was a presence of heaviness and there's definitely some kind of hostility going on, but again, I just, that's not a part that I wanted to remember about my trip. And that's that, because the reason that I was there is to see my family. And I don't want to have a heavy heart thinking about visiting my family. So that's all I'm going to say. So what else? I have been trying to kind of get in shape. I've already talked about it, and I've been doing really good actually for a couple months before this trip. Then I kind of snapped all the way down because of all the eating. Like, we had so many celebrations, so many huge tables, so much food, I swear, and it was delicious. So I was really letting myself just go with it, even though my tummy was not feeling great after all of the mixture of different foods. But I was just, you know, enjoying myself there. But I kind of made sure I snapped back. So when I came back, I came back really only 3 days ago. And today's the 20th, and I came back almost on the 17th, like at midnight, between 17th and 16th. So I'm still kind of jet lagged a little bit. My sleep schedule is all over the place. I'm trying to figure out the taxes situation because, oh my God, what the hell's going on with these taxes? I can't. Yesterday I had almost a heart attack. I shouldn't say it like that, but for real. Like, I was so overwhelmed doing taxes yesterday. We talked to our accountant and I was literally sitting like this, just like shaking like this by the end of the day, just because I had to go through so much, like so many different forms, so many different new additions. And anyway, it's overwhelming to do self-employment taxes, I'll give you that. So yeah, but I'm glad it's sort of done. At least our part, for the most part, is done, that we had to provide for my accountant to finish up all of our taxes there. Yeah, California has been interesting as far as taxes go. So because we literally pay more than 50% at this point in taxes, and yeah, it's challenging, and we often think about maybe moving somewhere else, but honestly, just we mostly stay for the climate, for the community that we have here, for everything being so walkable around us, and just having made already friendships and people that we love and care about. But then again, yeah, monetarily, you do it feels like a big setback. So we're gonna stick around here probably for now. We have been thinking of downsizing, just for the sake of our future. Me and Darryl are pretty frugal people. I don't want to really say frugal, but we are very, we're not materialistic. And you might have noticed that about me too. I don't really ever wear any kind of brands. I don't really like luxury per se. Sometimes I like to, you know, spoil myself, but most of the time I choose not to. Like, I dye my own hair. I do my own nails. I cut my own hair. I cook my own meals, you know, stuff like that. So we're kind of old school with Darryl somewhat. And our priorities are very different. They're more set for the future of our daughter, or for education, for feeling good without debt, and like maybe not living a lavish lifestyle just because we choose not to, and it's just not who we are. We prefer comfort and familiarity and simplicity. And that's why I do all of my gardening by myself, you know, and all that kind of stuff, because it's really important to me to do everything with hands. I come from family of doers, not just dreamers. So it's important for me to do that. And also I really want Mila to grow up in a family that does things, especially together. You know, I want her to be humble. You know, she's 3.5, okay? She's turning 4 soon. So I can't control some things right now. I know things will change and shift and, you know, grow or go down the hill. When she grows older, gets her own thoughts and principles and ideas of life. But I do know for a fact that some of the things that our parents have let us experience, not just told us, but actually let us be submerged by that experience, that stays with you forever. And any skill that you have learned, even if it was very small, but you had an opportunity to learn that skill or at least observe it, it stays with you forever. I painted benches and fences my whole childhood. I did all the gardening with my parents since I don't even know what age I was plucking the weeds out since I was like probably 2. And it was really cool. You know, it was a highlight from my childhood. Then teenage years come, you kind of, you know, go into a different direction. But then after 25, you come back. That's how it usually happens, I think. You come back to your family traditions and principles, and you turn into your mom and dad, I think. It's always been really, really important to me to not spoil Mila too much. I probably still spoil her, but I make sure, I don't know, it's very important for me for her to be humble and grateful. And I don't believe in like harsh disciplining, but I do believe in discipline, and I know that it's very, very important. So I've been enjoying being more confident in myself and what I do as a mother, as a parent, as a wife as well, as a person who creates content on YouTube. And this confidence kind of have been building up in me this whole year. I'm very happy about that. The beginning of the year was kind of, you know, harsh, but again, I don't like to complain. We push through, everything's okay. Setbacks, you know, losses will always happen. That's okay. I'm coming to a realization more and more that discomfort is actually a wonderful feeling. It's the only thing that really keeps you going, is discomfort. Even though you don't think about it, but that's how it is, isn't it? So I know I'm kind of unloading everything in just one video for you. I should just do them more often and kind of spread them out, but it is what it is. But yeah, I have a lot of plans for this year, and specifically in self-development, and like more educating myself in different topics that are of interest for me. I'm coming to terms that I'm tired of social media, and not like in the terrible way, but the fakeness, I don't know how to, the projected image is annoying sometimes for me. And maybe it's just, again, something that I'm going through right now, and it might develop into something else, or I might just go back to enjoying that. But like I used to love like posing, you know, for pictures and doing things. The way my outfit looked was very important to me. I don't know, I'm coming to terms with not caring so much that it sometimes scares me a little bit. But I'm glad that I have a crowd like you guys who don't mind and hopefully match me in that sense. I'm still, you know, I still love to dress up. I still love to be pretty and beautiful, and I'm still confident, and I hope it comes off properly. And I do take care of myself, but just that, you know, intense projection of being always on top of myself is exhausting. And I'm coming to terms more and more that I like myself as I am right now. Whether it's really pretty, whether it's not really pretty. But at the same time, I'm also coming to realization how important my health is to me. I have a few examples in my life of people who do not take care of themselves, or who stop taking care of themselves, or have done terrible decision making as far as their health goes, whether it's addiction or improper intake, basically unhealthy choices. Okay, and you can actually see the progression throughout the years, and it's terrifying and also very eye-opening that if you don't take care of yourself right away, like today, then it can go down. It doesn't go up, it goes it goes down the more you wait. For some reason, a few times I had thoughts, like, if I don't get into a better shape right now, my skin is not going to snap back as easily in my 40s, for example, versus right now in my 30s. My joints and my body will take that much more load during these 30s than it would, if I have got myself into shape, in better shape, I should say, and being healthier, and then living in the 40s. So that, that decade would definitely feel differently for my health, for sure. So, like, these little droplets of thoughts and like realizations that we all hear all the time, but it never fully clicks, does it? Like, that's my problem. I hear so much information, so much great advice, and it just does not click. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I agree, that's very true, and then just like forgot what they say. But then there are times that just it collects, and it gets deeper and deeper, and one day you just like, it opens up to you and you see a clear picture, and you're like, okay, I got that now, I understand, and I have to make a plan. Like, this is my time. So that's where I am right now. And some people really don't enjoy listening to people talking about getting into better health for some reason. I'll be honest with you, I think that's weird a little bit. Just because, like, if I would go to therapy for my mind, everybody would like clap and say, yeah, you're doing a great job. But for my health, surprisingly, that's somehow a triggering topic. Even though I'm not saying anything that's really bad. I'm saying that, take responsibility. And self-discipline is number one self-care. I think that's at least what I'm coming to terms to realize. That listening to your body, understanding what's actually happening, is the most you can love your body. Because everything comes from awareness. Once you are aware and you don't make choices to change things for the better for yourself, that's where you are failing, I find. And nobody's telling you to change your life. Just, you have to be responsible to then make changes. Because if it was your child, you would want them to do that. So you have to treat yourself like a child. Wow, long video. Long ramble, you guys. Okay, just real quick, what else is new? Because my sleep has been weird these couple days, like I can sleep from 9 p.m. to like 3 a.m. and then I'm up for the rest of the day. Like, I have these weird blocks of hours where everybody's sleeping, and all I can do is like research, plan, schedule, or shop, which is terrible, but that's what is happening. And today I was up at like 5 a.m. So I was looking at different schedules in our local community, all of the different classes that they have. And oh my gosh, have you ever actually looked at your like community centers near you? How many things they have that you can actually take advantage of, both free and for a little bit of payment. Like, they have classes, they have whatever camps, obviously. Like ours has kayak lessons for adults, so you can go in a group setting to lakes, and they provide you with everything, and you pay $90 for a 3-hour class, and they take you along the lake. They show you all cool little areas that you can go into, little hidden nooks and crannies. And then they offer like a full moon kayaking too, And I read it, I'm like, oh, that's so wonderful. Full moon sunset kayaking. So you're literally leaving with the group of people again, like 5 p.m. And you go on the kayak at night with obviously with an instructor and everything, and the vest and the helmet, all that stuff. But then they take you like in the dark, and I just thought, wow, like that is something I really want to do. That sounds amazing. And I would have never found it if I didn't have these 3 hours just to be by myself in silence, and it was kind of fun. So I'm excited to take opportunities and try new things this year. Really gonna push through. Mostly I'm getting to this time in my life because Mila is all grown up. She's almost 4 years old. She's so independent. I can't believe that's my daughter. I'm so proud of her. I'm just so proud of her for just who she is as a person. Like, I don't need to do much. She's already extremely brilliant. I'm just very excited for her. What else? I'm also learning to talk to myself for like half an hour now, non-stop. But I hope you can hear me too. I'm excited to talk to you. Haven't had any of these chats for so long. I feel like I'm just unloading. Okay, maybe I should stop. I had Darryl locked in the bedroom. I'm like, don't come out. I'm gonna record the vlog. He's like, okay. So, yeah, Mila is with one of our family friends. She's been quite nice, babysitting Mila. I can't really even say babysitting because it's not really babysitting. She's more like a teacher. And she speaks Russian. She's actually a friend from Ukraine. And during this terrible time last year, it's been very difficult, and I kind of was doing my best to be near her during the development of all of this craziness. And you know, it was kind of hurting me when people were saying, you know, that I don't care. I did care. I have a lot of people. Anyway, all right, I think that's that, guys. I'm sorry. I just kind of sat and just talked about it. I also promised myself not to say sorry. Okay, so I'm not gonna apologize. I will say thank you instead. Thank you for sitting here and listening, if you have been listening until now. I appreciate it. It has made me feel better, and I hope you feel good too. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.